Today is International Women's Day, and Nat and myself would like to tell you all about the inspirational woman Lela Burbridge, the founder of the Lela Initiative. The Lela Initiative aims to transform lives through books. It's a not-for-profit independent publishing house, and they produce both children's fiction and adult non-fiction. And they use their profits and alongside donations to support literacy projects within communities in Uganda. Lela Burbridge herself grew up in one of the slums in Kampala and remembers herself how important books were, but also how very few children and people have access to books and are unable to experience the joy of reading. When Lela was at Sunday school, she heard a story read from a book and fell in love with reading, but her mother couldn't afford to buy her books and there wasn't any libraries where she could access books. Remembering what these books meant to her as a child inspired Lela to support other children in Uganda growing up in poverty without access to books. After she wrote her first book, Ashes of Childhood, which is all about her own experiences growing up in Kampala, Lela employed young local Ugandans to run a mobile library in the slums of Kampala and read to children who otherwise wouldn't have access to books and to stories. This project was so successful that a need was obvious and the Lela Initiative was born. The Lela Initiative's vision is to bring joy, escapism and hope and empowerment to communities in Uganda through access to free books. They work with local organisations to improve school libraries. They also purchase books from local bookshops and provides reading hubs in rural communities, allowing locals to access free books and enjoy reading. The initiative also encourages aspiring Ugandan writers through book clubs and writing competitions. Through the Lela Initiative, you can also twin your bookshelf, and schools can twin their whole library, supporting the projects of the Lela Initiative in this way. Lela likes to show the beauty of Africa as well in her children's stories. This one is called Faith Muntu and the Lost Elephant, and it follows the adventures of a young girl, Faith Muntu, as she rescues a lost elephant from poachers. Lela is truly inspirational and a lovely person, and it was an absolute delight to meet her in person last September. And I encourage you to look at the Lela Initiative, at the books that they produce and the work that they do in Uganda.